Alright, so I'm back live now. Sorry for the weird interruption. But apparently what happened was I thought I fixed the issue where basically the power cords that I had, well, I suppose we fixed it because well because I sort of bought a extension because the outlet was just really bad. I just have a really bad outlet where all the plugins or the outlet, nothing there will stay permanently on. So I had to buy an extension cord that is able to keep it firmly there, and also plug in just about anything else to fix that problem. But apparently, it looks like I may have to find another solution for that. And ironically enough, those two MGTOWs are bothering me so much. I actually did entice them to come up, but they didn't join the hangout. They were just in the chat right before I actually right before the whole hangout just crashed on me, which I find ironic. But hopefully, I'll be lucky enough to actually get them back on because I'm still a little annoyed at them because they are not capable of letting people alone. But oh well. Eh, let me type this in. There. And I'll post a link to watch into the into into the Twitter group I sort of follow. I'm just making sure that people can actually have a chance to see this. But dang it, I just almost had those two MGTOWs to come up, and I was going to be really hard and boiled with them because they said all nasty and stupid things that I could easily make a response video to that entire hangout, but nope, they had to constantly delete every single channel and also their hangouts involving me, apparently. But oh well, next time it'll come about. I have a much more prepared video downloading software that will allow me to download things super quick. So the next time they try and do a hangout and try and invite me on, I'll just download that hangout instantly. That way I'll be able to finally respond to them because they're just quite annoying. And for those who are just watching, if you don't know what the backstory of those two MGTOWs is, that I made a video criticizing Angry MGTOW when the drama just literally started. And apparently I've said two MGTOW that are basically Angry MGTOW fans. Now granted, these trolls were kind of best friends, or I wouldn't say best friends, but they're kind of friendly-ish and friend-like to me. But they instantly turned on me when I started criticizing Angry MGTOW. What the funk? Then from that point, they in particular just became extremely obsessive and just did a lot of weird and crazy things. Let's see here. You know what? The hangout was already ruined, so I might as well post the link to join. Not in this high chat, of course, because there's still, let's just say, pretty questionable people that would love to destroy Hangouts by just by doing the Google snipe thing. And yes, that's still an issue. Google haven't or YouTube hasn't fixed that issue yet. They claim they have, but they're still able to fix that. Uh, there we are. Let me let me grab the link. There. So I don't mind if people come on in now or on the Twitter chats. Normally when I offer, I'm like, hey, if you want to join in, just let me know and I'll invite you over through private DMs. But since the last one kind of got crashed, why not? I just want to see if anybody else is interested. But noticeably lately, everybody seems to disappear at a certain time on Twitter at night. I don't know why that is. I really don't know why that is. Uh, let's see here. Uh, Other than that, hopefully this hangout won't crash again like the last one, and hopefully I can get those two MGTOWs back into the hangout. Or they weren't actually in the hangout yet, but I was about to invite them, then the hangout just crashed on me. Yeah. Oh well. And yeah, I was gonna just probe them on why they were annoying me so much. Mm. Oh hey, Dark Cowfish. Hey. Give me a sec. There. Always want to make that offer. So hello, Dark Cowfish. It's been a while since you and I have spoken on Hangouts, but yeah. Lately I'm just tired. Sure. Let's see here. I just want to double check to make sure. Hmm. Oh yeah. That should be it. That should be the link. There you are. Just sent it. There. Uh, there we are. Just sent it. Mm. Let's see here. Ironically, the better computer I'm on, the time says it's 11:40, but on my laptop it's 10:44. The better computer that I'm working with is just an hour ahead into the future, and I haven't been able to fix that. Set it back to 10, not 11. I just find that funny. But yeah, I just sent it to your Twitter DM, so let me know if the thing doesn't work or anything. Uh, let's see here. Uh, with all this talk about this new beginnings, this new new styles, new communities coming up, and all that, I really don't care if this becomes a anti-MGTOW community or not. I really don't care. I'm just in it for just criticizing MGTOWs now these days. I don't care if it becomes a community or not. I really don't. And if it does become a community, so whatever, I don't care. That's not going to stop me from criticizing MGTOWs or other people that criticize MGTOWs and stuff of that nature. So I really don't care if that becomes a community or not. I really don't. Doesn't bug me in the slightest. What the heck? Checking my Twitter, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it acting odd? Ew, never mind, because I slide it down, duh. So that's why it's been acting that way. At first, I thought I got a new message, then it was like an old message. It's like, what the? Oh, that's because I slide scroller down too far. Whoopsie. Ugh. Well, just in case if you didn't get it, just in case if he didn't get it, I can just do this. I can always, there. I can just resend it just to make sure it's the right one. And to make sure that I'm doing the right link, I just want to make sure that this is the correct one.
Yes, so I was able to.
Because sometimes these links can get confused with each other. But nope, doesn't seem like that's confused. And, oh, hello.
Hello?
Oh, shit, give me a second. I think I have to switch mics again. Well, it just looks like technical difficulty today. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I usually find a way. Uh, I might just try this. All right. Looks like my Hangouts is broken lately. Ah, there we go. Fix it. I can hear it now, but yeah, unfortunately, I have to end the Hangout now because lately there's been too many technical difficulties again. But thanks for all for wait. You're back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I have to end the hangout now because
can you
there's
hear
been
me?
difficulties again. But yeah.
Oh, you can hear me. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to end the hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was having weird technical issues and nothing was seemed to be working.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I won't end the Hangouts. I'll
Huh.
just because I was about to 2 seconds ago because I
Yeah.
assumed this was a lost cause because believe it or not, 15 minutes ago I had another Hangout, but that one crashed completely.
Oh. Yeah. I think I may have seen something there.
Yeah. So since I can now hear you, is there anything you want to talk about?
Nothing in particular. I don't know. I did just watch your video about the questions for MGTOWs.
All right.
So you said each question should be over a minute? Or...
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
the
okay.
like the bare minimum is a minute or longer, just not shorter.
Okay.
The reason for that is because if the questions were like somehow under 60 seconds, then that wouldn't be exactly something worthy to be even put in a big video like that.
Yeah.
But overall, the intentional goal of that video is just to highlight why there are reasons of why uh, many of us disagree with certain aspects and certain stuff of the MGTOWism and also to raise awareness of the growing radicals that seem to be taking over MGTOW without any counteraction of it.
Yeah.
My only feelings about the radicals is that um, with them, I always found it rather annoying that when one of us or any of us call a radical out, like for example, Red Pill Ghost, he truly believes that gays should not be allowed to be in MGTOW, period. And when one of us calls him out, all suddenly the moderate MGTOWs and every MGTOW assumes that's an attack, even though it's not. You just respond to a crazy person.
It's so I'm confused. How would a gay MGTOW work? Does that mean that they're not going out with other men? Sign or that is that
Oh,
what that means in that case?
yeah, like
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
sort of what Red Pill Ghost interpretation is. Like he considers gay men as a hint of femininity, therefore they shouldn't be allowed in MGTOW, and that's what Red Pill Ghost tries to push. And I've noticed lately that when people call out Red Pill Ghost, all of a sudden the more reasonable MGTOWs just they don't question that sort of crazy belief, and they assume if one MGTOW is being criticized, all MGTOWs are being criticized when that's not the case. And Red Pill Ghost isn't really the only radical I have issues with. I have issues with Traversable, Sandman, and certainly the popular Angry MGTOW. But granted, I refrain from giving him too much attention because he's sort of an attention whore, and the more attention people give him, just the more and more that he's just going to draw out that long drama.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with too many like individual MGTOW YouTubers. I know about like the community sort of, but yeah, I'm not really familiar with too many actual YouTubers who.
Um, I'm familiar with a few YouTubers I know of, like True Sherm and the Mad Chingy. Granted, with the Mad Chingy, he's pretty reasonable as far as I know. Uh, and True Sherm is sort of the same way. Now, granted, I've noticed that when I was going when I was making a response to one MGTOW that was kind of making the video about him instead of making it logically sound, all suddenly I've noticed that that guy's turning a bit sour on me. Um,
Mm.
but it's all right with me. These things will happen regardless. I mean, whether you whatever the whatever opinions we all say, eventually someone's going to have an issue with it. Um, I guess that's how the nature of the internet works. Like whatever opinions we put on, it's going to get criticized. Um, I guess my only real concern is more or less with Traversable in particular, because he's expressed multiple times he wants to speak for the majority of MGTOWs, and he has a bad uh, track record history of him constantly just like every now and then I've noticed that he will say he's the good guy, but yet he's the same person that likes to false flag bigger YouTubers if they ever dare criticize him. And at the same time, he's completely blind to criticisms if it's coming from his own community. Like whenever another MGTOW criticizes him, he doesn't see it. It's he's blind to it, and he completely ignores it. And it's really that kind of dangerous mentality when it just seems like a growing cult leader just wanting that power, and I always found that kind of scary out of him. I don't know, what do you think of the crazies taking over?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, MGTOW. I mean, it doesn't seem like a community with that much influence at this point. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know enough about the history of the community. Like, I don't know. From what I've seen of like the MGTOW subreddit and just like their forums, it doesn't look like there was like that much good there to be corrupted in the first place by these people taking over. That's just my impression of it. So
Yeah, I've to me I looked into this matter quite deeply, or I wouldn't say deeply, but I've looked into the matter very extensively, and well, the original intent of MGTOW was just people, simply put, going their own way, and in the strictest term, just going their own way, just not necessarily thinking what other people think, and just not dating women, and that's really it. The problem I see is with the introduction of the monks during 2012. That's sort of the literal interpretation of you cannot ever interact or talk to a woman, period. And that sort of led rise to Traversable and all those people. That's why we're kind of, that's why I've noticed, or that's why all the crazies are popping up, because it's that ideology, that and the defeatist black pill sort of mentality. Big reason why I kind of got so versed into the history of MGTOW was largely because I was actually told about it a lot with a few friends of mine earlier, long time ago. That and then I sort of know part of the reason why MGTOW grew, and it was just out of that reason, just not marrying people, not participating, and it was strangely enough still part of the MRA movement back at 2009, I believe that they told me. Um, and from there was a split. There was sort of a split when the MGTOWs were starting to claim that Paul Elam wanted to have MGTOW as his own, but when I looked into the matter, it didn't. That's not really the case. In fact, Paul Elam was talking about something completely different. He was literally talking about how everybody in the MRA movement has the same goal of for men's rights and something like that. And that's why the MGTOW community and the MRA sort of splits, because of I think it was a misunderstanding. And the problem is whenever someone tries to tell them that's a complete misunderstanding, they just won't listen to you, and they'll assume that you're just a blue pill.
Yeah. Also, I mean, this is another thing which I haven't looked too much into, but I have heard a bit of Paul Elam, and like the impression I get from him is that a lot of what he says he doesn't necessarily believe, but like he's trying to be shocking to like make people think about like the statements and get attention.
Yeah, that's his style. Like,
Yeah.
that's how he's always done it for a recent history. But I think way back when he wasn't always that shock value. But for the recent parts, for the recent years, he's been that shock and value. But earlier on, he was more of that uh, fatherly figure that wanted to start charity runs for people that were being screwed over through the family. I believe the a long time ago he also tried doing uh, meditation videos where he just do nothing but meditating. But I think he quit doing that after a lot of MGTOWs tried to accuse him of trying to steal MGTOW for himself and again it was all over misunderstanding and and the MGTOWs still refuse to accept that little fact. Um, but I don't know too much about Paul Helam other than what a lot of MGTOWs would regard them as, and it's largely out of how much they hate him. Um,
I think one of the first things I heard about him was that yeah, is that he tried to make October wait, I have it here, quote, bash a violent bitch month. So that's part of his like shock value thing.
hmm, I see.
Yeah, so like
All right. Um, I'll definitely look into that sort of matter if
yeah. Which
um
like he was being satirical then, but
yeah, it just sounded like he was being satirical again. Uh, other than Paul Elam, I've been trying to basically spread my connections out to other artists. Like, I don't know if you saw
yeah.
my video, but I basically invested a bit of money into an artist to make my new avatar, and I'm so far liking it.
Yeah,
And I've been considering defining other artists, like basically making a big web of artists, just in case if one of them gets hurt, or that I can just rely on the other.
yeah.
That way, I don't have to wait too long for delays and such of that nature. Um, I'm currently waiting until next month when I'll be able to start paying people to do video intros. And I guess a big reason why I'm doing all that is because, for the most part, I've always done everything myself, all the drawings. But I just figured that it's been like literally 4 years since I've created this channel, and I might as well treat myself for once for a bit. And normally I draw all my content. I'm just saying that for once in my YouTube channel life, I should just ask other people to do stuff for me. Um, One thing I've been really trying to consider is should I even criticize Steve Shives again? Because last time I was doing it, I was just screaming at him. And every time when I respond to him, it unleashes an angry fury out of me.
Yeah, I've actually been kind of having the same debate with myself about like Donald Trump. Because like I'll admit, I've made videos against him. Like I tend to get really salty, like and angry at him.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah. So yeah. So I don't know. I've kind of been having a hiatus because yeah. Because I mean, most of this because I mean, there's stuff with Trump, but that just upsets me too much at this point. And like, and then there's some other stuff which like I have a hard time getting enthusiasm with. So yeah. So I'll see what happens with this channel. Whatever.
Ah, I see. I kind of have the same thoughts. I'm just considering if I should or shouldn't because the last time I responded to Stripes was him trying to say that, or he was sort of hinting how people like me are not capable of defending our own rights, and that's why I got ticked off at him because I hate it when people try and talk for me, basically, and just bugs me out of no end. Give me a sec. I think someone wants in, so okay. Uh, but anyways, yeah, like every time I talk about Steve, I it kind of unleashes this angry fear on me because, well, there's a lot about Steve that I don't like, and it goes back to my guilt of how I used to actually have conversations with him, and I was also the writer or the editor of one of his Five Stupid Things videos, in particular the Five Stupid Things of Mohammed's, and that was around the time he, well, right around he blocked me because we had one slight disagreement, and now he will not acknowledge my existence, despite the fact that he's a bad editor for his own videos.
Yeah.
But
I know you got that music, which I forget exactly what it is, but I don't know. We're making fun of it.
yeah, I don't know. What do you think about Shibes? Just him and his smug attitude and that sort of nature.
Yeah, I mean, I like, yeah, I didn't really know too much about him before, like the whole atheism plus thing, and like before he became feminist, and like after, like, yeah, and after I didn't really like him that much. Well, yeah, because like I mean, I was pretty anti SJW, and I still am. Like, ironic, ironically, when it comes to Donald Trump, I tend to agree with him mostly. So that's kind of one thing that's been interesting with me Because like he's not someone who I'm used to like defending, but sometimes I'll feel the need to almost be like. Sometimes I'll almost feel like he has a point,
Uh,
but yeah,
I don't know. I kind of feel the same way sometimes with him. Like there are some times when he does something good, and it's a very weird feeling, and it's just that weird feeling of when it happens. Just like why am I defending this person when normally I would hate them? And it's really those moments when I tend to turn off from having conversations about particular individuals like that sometimes. And that's actually the reason why when Steve was suddenly talking about how Donald Trump was Jesus Christ, and that was when I had to turn off the computer because I was like, too triggering for me. But yeah, there's just some times when I'm forced to defend someone I don't like, those moments I tend to avoid as much as I can. But I'm not afraid to do it. I just don't. I just prefer not to. Basically, what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Like, like I know that AIU and those douchebags are douchey, but I know that there are times when they're not in the fault, and I just refrain from ever trying to defend them because I always feel like that they're not worth of me defending them.
yeah.
Uh, let's see here. In other news, yeah, in regards to that big project, I have a couple people that want to pitch in. So anytime you want to pitch in, just let me know, and I'll make sure to include whatever you have for questions about the MGTOW stuff and into the big video. Uh, speaking of videos, I don't know if you saw the video where I was trolling this one troll and I was using a lizard sex slave lady, and I was pretty happy when that when
Maybe one. I remember something like that.
yeah, I was having a bit of fun there, and I believe there was this YouTuber known as Amanda Wolfchild that she wanted to do a collab, but she wanted to voice the lizard sex lady. And the moment when I said okay, sure, then she got happy. Then one of the trolls that got pissed at me for doing a troll, then suddenly got triggered at her, and I don't know. I just love trolling sometimes trolls like that, and it's not too often when you get a dedicated troll and you can get them legitimately pissed at you.
Yeah. Around and see this.
Uh,
Wait, yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I saw that one.
yeah. Uh, yeah. And I think earlier that, or right after that, I started talking about the black pill illness, and I kind of shared a bit of my personal life of why I almost considered suicide, and why I just can't give up on hope and stuff of that nature. Mm. It's actually the same reason why I rarely ever talk about my personal life, because I feel like my personal life is one of those things in life where it would break most people if like told him, and that and let's just say that I had some extreme traumatic experiences, and I usually would like to leave it as that. And for those who want to know more, just watch the black pill illness. That has a little bit more details about that, but that I'm willing to share. But really, I'm not really that willing to share unless if I know the person next to me or whoever I'm listening won't go crazy. Okay, there we are. I was a bit confused at first because Zephnorian was saying he was spinning in circles, and I'm thinking like, what the fuck? Then he was referring to the hangouts that happened earlier before it got crashed, and so I had to give him the link to the current one to watch.
Yeah.
Uh, is there anything you want to talk about? Because I feel like I've talked about just about everything I want to talk about.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything. I might.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go soon because it's like 2:30 in the morning where I am. So
Ah, I see. It's probably super late
um,
for you.
yeah.
Well, all right then. Uh,
So good night or
all right.
around.
All right. I'm going to be up for a little bit longer. A little bit. But, yeah, and I've long upon the idea. They're really not. They're not really the best. Oh, that's probably. Oh, well. Uh, in a little bit, I may just end the hangouts unless if anybody else wants to join in. By some means, and you can always join in. And I'm back. Just had to grab myself some more fruit punch. I mean, there we are. I think but yeah, I'm a big fan of oh shoot, my mic is not. Ooh, what it happens? I really hate it when this happens. There, I'm hoping that yeah, I'm hoping that this will fix it. From spot. All right, testing one, two, three, testing, and all right, testing one, two, three, testing. All right, there we go. There we go. I FX the audio. Just yeah. But anyways, hopefully this mic is working now because I can't believe I have to unplug it and plug it back in every single time, which I always found rather annoying. But going back to the thing I was talking about, yeah, the reason why the reason why in that veil why I got into that personal life was more or less the um it's all I can feel like I can share. I'm not going to share bigger private parts. No. Big no no. Wait, was I even talking about that? No, I was. Oh, yeah, I remember. I was talking about whether or not do I want my hangouts being do I want my hangouts being just more popular or not? But I personally don't care. I don't care in the slightest these days. I really don't. Uh, I've actually had better hangouts I had in the past. And I've even had the worst. Huh. And I used to have these great hangouts with atheists or that was before when Friended had that name. I can't believe I still remember Friended. That's a long time ago, actually. Wow. Can't believe I knew someone that started out with 10 subscribers. Then I subscribed to that person. Then he became big. Kind of wish he'd come back. Ugh. Oh well. Uh, let's see here. I just need to focus on a couple of stuff, I suppose. One thing that I should do is hello. Looks like those MGTOWs are back again. Oh my goodness, and they disliked my video twice. Of course. Well, alright, that's fine. Alright, so that's fine, you can catch up. I have two MGTOWs that keep stalking me I have to attend to. Uh, and let me guess, those two MGTOWs are going to invite me to their hangout, then mute me, then kick me out, then ugh. if they're going to message me, I'm going to message them to come over here because I've been needing to have a talk with Double MGTOW and the other weird named MGTOW that keeps inviting me over to their hangout. Uh, so let me see. Ah, no, they're playing hard. Those two MGTOWs are playing hard to get. So I'm still waiting, Mister Double MGTOW and the other girl or guy or whatever, because you two people have tried to invite me over 10 times. Every time I come over to your hangouts, every time I come over to the hangouts, you guys just love to mute me. But, I don't really care if they come or not. I'm past them. And I'm not going to spend too much time talking about those two guys anymore. I better move on and talk about more pressing issues like how am I on Earth going to talk to my brother again because he's still pissed at me? Certainly, and and I still need to go through therapy with all the mental issues I've been having, and overall and overall just the rather uh, pain I always get. Yeah. I always found it funny. Like the night before, I had 6 ghost chili peppers, literally, like the ghost kind, and yeah, the it did hurt a lot. But the point of me actually doing that was just so that I would feel normal. Really, just literally. Um, and at the time, didn't exactly feel like I can feel pain, but I had to go to extreme measures just to feel pain, which it did work, but uh, that's probably not good for my mental health. Uh, let's see here. I might just invite James Maxwell, but then again, he's been rather hard ball to play guy. But then again, he's been stingy because when I made that veil, when I criticized Sangring Metal, he didn't. The tone of his comments, of which I understood his comment, but he didn't seem like he wanted to accept that situation was happening. So then again, he recently expressed that he wants to chat with me, so I probably the next time I make another hangout, I'll probably definitely invite Dr. Ginger Maxwell. Then again, I can't believe that's even a name for a channel, which just running around in circles, I suppose, for everybody. I know I'm running around in circles because of other reasons, personal reasons. Let's see here. Oh, I'm about to end the hangout anyways because, oh boy. Huh. There's my old hangouts. Well, I'm going to delete the old hangouts and just keep this one. Don't want to do that. There we are. There we are. Properly did it. Yes, I'll delete that. I'll keep the new one because the last one crashed for some reason. I even gave those two MGTOWs that were booking me the actual link to actually join, but ironically, the Hangout crashed. Literally, the screen just went black, and at first I thought I was being Hangout sniped, but it turns out no, the outlet just got itself undone, and instantly Hangout crashed. Shooty, shooty. Hmm? Who in the heck is messaging me now? Okay, who is this guy? Why am I getting the feeling this is the same MGTOW that's messaging me? I doubt it's the same person, but I may hang out anyways. I'm Forbidden Thinker signing out and have a nice lovely day or night or whatever.